As I'm going to put this back in the microwave, I can put the carrots and the celery that I've just cut up in there to increase the nutritional value and the appeal to the eye, the colours. Just mix them in. And then now cover it and put it in the microwave again. Okay, so check your vegetables again and see if they're ready. You don't really want them to be too overcooked. That looks just about right. So what I'll do is now I'll set that aside and I'll take the frying pan and put it on. Put some olive oil in there. Put the olive oil in the pan.
How much?
Oh, just till it's the bottom of the saucepan like that. And then cut the garlic. And you want to put perhaps 5, depends if you like a lot of garlic or not. But cooked garlic when it's in the olive oil takes on a little bit of flavour. Put the garlic in. The oil's still cold. You put it in cold so that the flavour's infused. The oil is infused into the garlic and then it warms up. Just turn it up a little bit until it goes a nice light brown. You mustn't overcook the garlic because if you overcook the garlic it has a bad flavour. Don't put it on your vegetables, just toss it out and start again. But be careful, when it does cook, it cooks quickly. Okay, this is our oats after another 3 minutes in the microwave. And to me that's still too runny. So it's a good thing it happened while I'm teaching you. If that happens to you at home, you can put it in longer. You notice the oats I use with the whole ones, not the really quick ones, the really small ones. If that happens to you, you can add more oats and put it back in the microwave, or you can cook it longer and hope that the oil, the water, the moisture content will cook out. But because it's happened today while you're here, good. Let me show you how to correct it. You can take some more oats and just simply put some more oats in.
Another cup.
Probably that was only a little, that's the rest of them. Maybe I should have put them all in at once. And just simply mix them in and they'll absorb the moisture. That you want to have them really thick. And if that's not enough, if you think it's not enough, you can add a few more. But I'm going to put it back in the microwave and that should do the trick. So you see that what the consistency is now. As it sits, it cooks more, so it gets thicker. But I really want it thicker than that. If you're not using eggs, you really want it thick because it's got to hold its shape, and you'll see that when we're frying. So I'm going to put another half cup maybe. Is that a half a cup, do you think?
Yeah.
And I'll mix that around, and you can see already with that heat in there and the firmness, that's great. And when you do a big lot like this, you know, you're making so many, so don't think that it's going to be wasted, because you'll cook and you can cook them for tomorrow and put them away. I'll put this in the microwave again. I'll get a new piece of plastic this time. And while we put this in the microwave again, we'll give it another 3 minutes. We'll check our garlic and our vegetables. Okay, here we are checking the garlic. You can see it just starting to sizzle and it's getting that nice light brown colour. I usually move it around like this just to make sure it gets evenly coated. Now if you could smell this, it really, if you're not feeling hungry and you walk into the house and you smell the garlic frying in the olive oil, it really gets your appetite going. So while the oats are in the microwave, our olive oil is cooking the garlic, I've got some soya beans here. Everyone knows soya beans. There's actually, it's sort of like a super bean of all beans. It has more iron in soya beans per weight than it does in meat. So, and protein is high in soya beans, and it's like just amazing even for menopause and everything else. So I'll put them on about 3 hours. I've had them soaking. And the greatest thing for cooking legumes and beans and things is a pressure cooker. I've just got, how much do you think in there, girls? 3 cups?
Yes.
3 cups of soya beans. And with that I'm going to just add some salt. Probably 2 teaspoons of salt, just tossed in there like that. Then I'll put this one on here. This is a great little soy, as simple as that. Okay, so then we put that on the front, the left front, on high. And while we're cooking here, that's going to be cooking. Now the vegetables. You can see, Nellie, we'd have to cook too long. You don't want it cooked any longer than that. And you'll tip them over the vegetables. You can hear them sizzling.
Did you drain the water out first?
No, I left the water in there because I only put a little water in. I didn't drain the water out because the nutrients are in the water as well. And if after we've made these oats you want to make gravy, you can drain it then and make the gravy from the oats and the water. So it just depends whether you're a person who likes to make a gravy or not. So now I've got this one on. So now this is our oats from the microwave again. Now that's the consistency we want. Do you see how cluggy that is? Really thick. And at this stage, if you're not sure what your flavours are like, if you're a person who likes curry, Rogan Josh or tikka masala or any of those that come in the bottle, you could put a little bit of Indian flavourings in it. I don't eat too much Indian, my kids don't like it and it's an irritant to the stomach. But at this stage, you as a beginner vegetarian cook, you can try it and see if it's enough flavour for you. Don't cook it until you're happy with the flavour. If you want more flavour, this is when you can add things like Vegemite, Promite, Marmite, yeast flakes or more of the chicken-like flavour. But it's fine because I put a lot in. Okay, so take this. Do you taste it?
I can find thicker than that actually.
See, if you like it like that, or you can put more in.
Oh, I think that's thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to take this over to the stove and we'll fry them very quickly. Now, the thing I like about this recipe is there's no rolling in batter or in breadcrumbs. Just simply take it. We've had our vegetables cooked on that element. We put it to the back. We take the frying pan that we were cooking the garlic in. We turn it on to about middle. You can see what I'm doing. And we just simply put a little bit of oil in. Here's our oil again. Put a little bit of oil in. And you mix this up really well. It's cluggy. It's still cooking with the heat of it. And you just drop that straight into a hot oily pan. So you can just drop it like that. Now it's up to you. It's up to you whether you want to do little tiny ones, bite-sized ones for your children, or whether you want to do bigger like steakette or long fish finger style. This is where you can have your input on the recipe. And maybe you like to do it so it looks like a fish, so you could do a long fishy looking one because it's a white oat, so it looks like a white fishy type of meat. And some people call it mocked fish. Mock fish. In the days when I used to eat cheese, I used to put the cheese in at this time before I cook it. Now for this recipe here, you can add, as you get a little bit more adventurous, you can add other things to this recipe because this is a foundation recipe. What I have added to it, and I'm going to add today, is boiled peanuts. These are the boiled peanuts I cooked in the same way as I cooked the soya beans. I just put them in the pressure cooker with the salt, and then that becomes, if you want to use it later on, you will use boiled peanuts for bases for rissoles and savouries as well because it's a white, cluggy. But I'm going to, these are already boiled, so I'm going to put them straight into here. See, they're all dry. So you can put your boiled peanuts in, and I can show you if you're not confident how to do the boiled peanuts after I've done the soya beans. And they're really a good Moorish sort of a snack too if you've got people over for a party or a barbecue. They're healthy alternative, but they add a little bit of colour and they add a little bit of interest to this dish.